7 seconds. Even in a video game with unlimited respawns, it's hardly a struggle to survive that long. But in the jungles of Vietnam, the life expectancy of M60 gunners was often said to be no more than that. The second they opened fire, enemy guerrillas would zero in on their position, given away by a cloud of gun smoke and a beam of tracers leading back to their fiery barrels. Like an angry hornet's nest, the enemy would use everything they had to return the punishment these weapons unleashed. Here's what it actually felt like to be behind the trigger of the most valuable asset in the jungle. Vietnam ate firepower, jungle, triple canopy, riverbanks, villages with lines of sight that turned on and off like a switch. The infantry needed a portable base of fire, something that could pin a tree line just long enough for the squad to move. Enter the M60, 7.62 by 51, roughly 23 pounds of gun before you start hanging belts on it, firing around 550 to 650 rounds per minute. Not a heavy water-cooled beast. Not a rifle. After World War II, American designers chased a general-purpose gun that could do everything. They studied the MG42 and FG42, high-rate belt feed here, compact handling there, and built an American answer around the new 7.62 NATO. On paper, it could do it all. In Vietnam, it had to. American squads didn't just carry an M60, they moved around it. Up front is the gunner, humping the pig, a 50 to 100 round starter belt draped and ready, sidearm on the hip for when the big voice goes quiet. Beside him, the A-gunner rides the feed, palm under the belt, links straight, clearing stoppages, swapping the scorch-hot barrel in a blink. The instant the gunner drops, he becomes the gunner. Behind them, ammo bearers and riflemen are the bloodstream, hauling green cans and belts, each 100-round run of 7.62 weighing 6 to 7 pounds, watching flanks, killing angles, keeping hands and ammo flowing forward. On paper the roles are different. In combat, it's one job said two ways. Keep the gun alive, and keep it firing. Ambushes in Vietnam were geometry. L-shapes, cut kill zones, interlocking fields. When it snaps, the M60 has to talk now, grazing fire a yard off the ground, freezing enemy movement. The instant those tracers peel out, the jungle answers. Snipers, RPD fire, RPG fire, mortars. Everything hunts the sound and the flash. The pig is the loudest thing on the map, and the easiest to zero. So you fire in short, mean bursts, break line, and be somewhere else before the return mail lands. You live on the feed tray, left hand on the forend, riding the recoil. Count in bursts. Listen for the tone shift that says the barrel's cooking. Swap quick. Mitten on, latch, pull, new tube in. That pause is the enemy's window. You shoot from what the ground gives you. Prone on the bipod when you can. Steady, accurate. From the sling when moving. Short bursts and keep walking. None of it works without the A-gunner. Belt on the forearm, links straight. Clearing stoppages. Calling heat. A good A-gunner feels like an engine under the hood. When the pig sings, it's the two of you. Every decision is pounds versus seconds. The gun itself runs about 23 pounds. Add a spare barrel and kit, just a few more. Then the belts, 300 to 600 rounds spread across the team. It adds up fast. Your time on the trigger is measured in heartbeats, not minutes. You don't hose, you budget. 10 short bursts maybe, before you shift, cool, or run dry. And running dry for a gunner feels like the squad just lost its air. Night fights are a different animal. Tracers don't just point at the enemy, they point back to you. So you learn to fire, break line, then fire again from a new angle. Tape the rattles. Black out the metal. Keep the silhouette low. Your world shrinks to muzzle flash, and the A-gunner's hand on your shoulder saying, up or move. Early 60s in the mud fouled fast. Open bolt helped heat, but dirt and humidity punished the action. The bipod and front sight lived on the barrel, so a quick change meant losing zero. There was no cool handle, just an asbestos glove or a rag, and burns happened. Worse, the barrel latch could snag brush and back off. Sometimes the barrel stayed on but wasn't locked. You learned at the worst moment. No gas regulator meant you couldn't tune the system as carbon built up. So troops got creative. Claymore bags and old radio packs turned into ammo chutes. Sea ration cans, guiding belts clean. Coat hanger wire for improvised handles. Vietnam rarely followed doctrine. You built what kept you alive. A rifleman might fire dozens of rounds in a fight. A gun team burns through hundreds, sometimes more, stopping charges up close, turning movement into stillness. Some gunners came back with shoulders torn and hearing half gone. No earplugs on the battlefield. More came back with something heavier. The memory of what a 2-second burst does at 40 metres. You carry the weight of the belts, and you carry the weight of the beaten zone, long after you rotate home. The M60 wasn't just in the grass. It hung out of Hueys on bungee cords, beating the air into submission while slicks flared into hot LZs. Door gunners lived the same truth. First to shoot, first to be seen. The weapons stitched the war from paddies to tree lines, to the sky. On the worst days, a single M60 held the doorway open. A Marine Lance Corporal once fought through an ambush with the pig, broke enemy guns at point blank, and kept fighting even after he ran dry. Actions that earned the Medal of Honor. Stories like that cemented the M60's legend. Back in the rear, the services knew the flaws. Upgrades like the M60 E3 and later E4 folded lessons from Vietnam into lighter barrels, better furniture and reliability tweaks. Some units were slow to give up older habits, but the pig stayed in the picture long after the war. Ask a vet what kept a squad alive on a bad day, and you'll hear the same answer. Somebody's machine gun. The M60 had flaws, extra weight and other quirks, but when it mattered, it made space where there wasn't any. In Vietnam, the M60 gunner opened up, drew half the jungle's anger, and bet the squad he could hold the doorway open long enough for everyone to get through. Most days, that bet was the difference between getting home and a name carved in black stone.